Okay, so this is going to be a short video. I don't want to waste your time because you have a lot of work to do over the next week or so, getting ready to start your project. But I do want to just again emphasize what I finished the last video with, that I encourage you to post your log lines to the forum, and for all of us to stop by there to check them out and to give you some feedback. Is your pitch effective? And can we clearly see what it is that you're going to be doing? That will help you in the early stages of your project. So get on that as soon as you can. As the chapter continues, chapter 11 continues, Miller outlines a lot of the other early decisions that you're going to need to be considering. And these are questions you need to ask yourself, what specific medium and platform is the project going to be made for? What genre does it belong to? Once these basic what is it questions have been addressed, it is time to consider important marketing issues. Who will be the target audience? What competing products are already available? And if this is a retail product, what will the intended price tag be? All these matters can have a significant impact on the design. So this project, you probably should do some research for it. Go around on the internet, and if you have an idea to say, feature a video, how-to video on how to make frittatas, who's going to be your main competition, and what is it that you could do to differentiate yourself from them, to give something extra, to be, the person who's going to make it. And that's what you need to be thinking about. So you should do some research into the topic. As Miller points out, normally when you're starting a transmedia project, you would have subject matter experts that you would consult with. And of course, it's going to be a much lower scale project. We're thinking about this theoretically, but you're going to have to be your own subject matter expert and do some research. You're not going to be doing focus groups, but again, post to the forum, see if we're interested in your idea or not, and see what it is you're going to do. Also, we have on page 189, starting on page 189, she puts in a 10-step development checklist. Now, I'm not going to require you to fill that out and turn it in, but I think that these list of questions here, again, if you go through and you jot down some ideas for the 10 steps, that is really going to help you tackle your project more cleanly, and to have a clear idea of what you're doing and not to feel as frustrated and lost as if you don't do it. Also, starting on page 189, she goes through 8 different types of documents and documentation that people typically do when they're developing a project. It's not necessary that you kind of use these, but I tend to think of, the 8 things that she lists: the concept document, the Bible, which is the Bible for your project, not the actual Bible, the design document, the dialogue script, let's see what else we have, flowcharts, concept art, storyboards, and prototypes. That those 8 ideas, I think one of them is going to be useful for each of you. I'm encouraging you to do a storyboard so that you can map this out, because we've already done one, you're familiar with them. But if you find one of the other 8 suggestions appealing, use that again as a way of brainstorming. Again, we're not together as a physical class, so it's not as easy for us to bounce ideas off of one another. But nevertheless, you can use these ideas of how to get concepts generated to help get you out of a stuck place. Like if you're having, writer's block, or what we could call maybe perhaps director's block. And again, I'm going to emphasize this one last time. Put your log line on the forum, and or any questions that you have on the forum, and let's work together on this final project and give each other feedback. Okay? So good luck. Put your questions on the forum, put your log lines on the forum, and we're going to start working forward on creating your final project. Good luck.